We are one of the leaders in pilots' watches, but we always covered, if you want, Earth also. And Formula One is similar to piloting. Many pilots, by the way, or drivers were also pilots in the history of Breitling, like Jim Clark or Graham Hill. And Formula One became a phenomenon, certainly also because of the Netflix series Drive to Survive. And this year, the whole Formula One circus starts from zero with new engines, with starting on a white piece of paper. And Aston Martin is one of the absolute mythical brands. And being associated with such an institution, with such history, with such emotions is absolutely phenomenal for us, and we're very happy about that collaboration.
I have just the most basic question, but I think about this all the time with sports partnerships. I know you're experienced here. You also have a recent NFL one, too. How do you actually measure the return you're getting on these things? Because they are expensive. Let's be clear here. It is not cheap. I assume especially for as popular franchises like F1 and the NFL. What kind of return do you get on having these sponsorships? Can you actually measure differences in sales from going after this type of thing?
That's an interesting question, which is also asked by my shareholders in all my board meetings. And I need to give you the same answer as I give them. I don't know. We have, of course, analysis. We know the impact of Formula One, for instance, in Asia, in China in particular. We know the coverage, but how this translates into sales is very difficult. It's a bulk of measures. It's advertising, it's celebrities. We have, for instance, ambassadors like Austin Butler. We have these sports sponsorships. But it's a menu which makes the brand desirable and impactful. But I'm quite happy to have the NFL to cover the US, which represents 25% of our turnover, and now Aston Martin covering covering Europe and Asia. So it's quite complementary for us in terms of impact.
I wonder, I've often wondered about the NFL connection because, like I say, with Breitling, I think about, a P-51 Mustang, or I think about a Bentley because of your years of partnership with them. And Formula One has the same kind of aspirational sort of mega wealth association. When I think about the Philadelphia Eagles or the New York Jets, I don't really think about Breitling. It's difficult for me to put your brand in the same sentence as an NFL team, especially a watch with like an NFL logo on the face. How did you come to that decision?
Well, the NFL is a social phenomenon in the United States, and we don't segment clients by age or by sex. It's really how do you reach out to a lifestyle. And there's nothing more American, again, the US is the biggest market for us, than the NFL. It is a social phenomenon. And we don't operate in silos. We are not just in the watch industry. People who are buying watches are interested in Formula One, are interested in the NFL, or in surfing with our collaboration with Kelly Slater. And all of that together builds a brand and gives content, emotional content to a brand. And trust me, it works very well.